Welcome back to the another lecture of a data science playlist. In this lecture, I will cover the remaining part of our ANSEM solutions. Uh, Now, starting with our next question, explain the concept of a linear regression. How the best fit line is determined. Write the algorithm for linear regression for input data points x and y. Now, starting with the concept of linear regression. Linear regression is a statistical and a machine learning method used to model the relationship between one or more independent variables. In linear regression, uh, there are the two variables which on which the linear regression is based, the x and y, which is in which the x is the independent variable and y is the dependent variable. And the number of independent and independent variable may be one or more than one, but the dependent variable will be always the one. And this type of linear regression is called the simple linear regression. And whenever we have a independent variable more than one, this will called a multilinear linear regression. And the goal is to find a linear equation that best predict the y on base of x. For a simple linear regression, one independent variable, as we already discussed that whenever the one independent variable is found, it will call the simple linear regression. The equation for that linear regression will be y is equal to mx plus b. This is represented in some critical form, but the simplest equation for a linear equation is y is equal to mx plus b, where y is the dependent variable, and x is the independent variable, and m is the slope of a line, and b is the intercept form. Now moving as forward, coming on a topic, best fit for linear regression. Mm, Best fit for linear equation. Let me show you the steps how we can apply the best fit on our linear regression, um, and how we can determine that. To determine the best fit of a line, minimize the error between the predicted value and the actual values. We need to minimize the minimum difference between what we have the predicted on the basis of our actual values. This is qualified using the matlab, I mean, this is calculated using the sum of squared errors. And now the conclusion we can taken out from that, by using the sum of squared error technique, we can determine the best fit of line for linear regression. Algorithm for linear regression, the algorithm in such way that first step is input. We need to input the data points, whatever the data points we have given, in that data points, which of our independent variable and which is our dependent variable. After taking this input, we need to calculate our output, the slope m, and the intercept for the best fit line. After this after taking our data points and the slope, and calculating the slope and the intercept, we need to calculate the linear regression on the basis of the formula. Firstly, we need to compute the mean of the following data points, and after taking out the mean, we need to compute the slope of the data points, and after taking out the slope, we need to calculate the intercept, and after intercept, we need to predict the values on the basis of our actual values. So this was all about our linear regression, how we can what is the concept of a linear regression. And basically, we can say that the linear regression is also a type of supervised learning, which comes under the classification learning. And what how we can determine the best fit line, and we have discussed the algorithm, how we can how we can calculate the linear regression for our input data points x and y. This was all about the topic linear regression. The next part we will cover in our next video. Thank you.